Alright. This is going to be KLG versus Pain Gaming. I'm going to mute this because it's all in Spanish, so... it looks like Pain Gaming is the favorite going into this from what I've been hearing. I mean, I don't know anything about these two teams, so this is for the International Wildcard at Worlds. This is the first game of the best of 5. Let's see how this starts off. Alright, so we got Nazir Fiora ban, Gangplank, Janna, Fizz, it's a little off, and the Victor. Alright, let's see what KLG opens with. Alright, before I even see that, let's see who made it through. We got all the junglers made it through. Two top tier supports, Alistair and Braum still made it through. Who did not make it? Lulu made it through, Orianna made it through. Kalista made it through, Sivir made it through, Tristana, Kog'Maw, Maokai, Rumble. The people, basically, the top 4 that didn't make it through would be Gangplank, Azir, Fiora, Victor, and the Janna to a certain degree. It's a big thing not making it through. The Fizz is just throwing me off. I don't know if Kami's just a really good Fizz player or what the deal with that is. So let's see what KLG opens with. I don't know how White Lotus is on Kalista. I could see Kalista being a big first priority. Alright, we got the Braum. So let's see what Pain Gaming opens with. Alright. Thresh, Rek'Sai. Thresh, Rek'Sai. I don't know how I feel about picking Thresh up yet. I mean, if you're gonna lock in... I don't see the urgency to lock in Thresh. I mean, you could pick up Kalista now, you could pick up... The Rek'Sai's fine. I mean, you could... unless you want the Gragas or the Elise. So, alright, not too horrible. See what KLG goes with next. Kalista still made it through, which is shocking. She's made it to a 3rd rotation. I don't know if the Brazilian, South American esport recognizes Kalista as such a power pick. Speed this up a bit. Alright, we got Vayne Orianna. Alright, looks like KLG's persisting on this protect the Vayne. Let's see what Pain decides to do with this. I don't understand. If you were gonna go with this Vayne, I don't know why you wouldn't first pick Thresh. But I mean, because they can't steal the Vayne and the Kalista away from you at that point, so I don't see the point of picking Braum. Alright, they go with Tristana. They go hyper carry for hyper carry. The Gnar. I think that's a little weird. No, it's not too bad. But, actually that is weird. Alright, the issue why going Gnar is a little weird here. Saying you're picking this Gnar, I mean, I guess if they really, Pain Gaming really wants to play this Gnar, they're not given, like, you see everything right now. You see the bot lane and the mid lane, and you picked your jungler support. So you could get away with picking your ADC, and I think you should be able to pick up the mid laner right here. I don't know what you want to pick at this point. I don't know what Kami is able to play. I'm assuming he can play the Lulu or the, or even bring out the Ahri at this point. So, and giving your top laner right now priority counter pick, I think, is just better because of how the meta is shifting with these new items. I believe they're playing on patch 5.16, so that's what I believe they're playing on. I didn't see this game. Oh, no, if they're banning out, yeah, it could be 5.16 or 5.17. Well, no, there's no Skarner priority, so 5.16. Alright, so we got the Gragas. The Gragas is a really good pickup for this team. The Maokai, too. The Maokai is also a good pick. The Gragas is just going to help Vayne a lot. if he can land a really good alt. If he can land a good Kesking, I can't even remember the name of his alt. Oh well. If he can land a good alt, he could separate everyone for this Vayne. The Orianna is gonna do fine with this. I think going Ignite's a little odd into a Twisted Fate. I think Cleanse would be better, or Barrier. Cleanse. So, we'll see how this all lines up. The Twisted Fate's an interesting pick. I mean, it's not a bad pick. Okay, there we go. There's the Cleanse swap. So, the Cleanse isn't... I mean, the Twisted Fate isn't bad. The problem with you can't blind pick the Twisted Fate is because of how immobile he is, and once the Orianna's locked in, that's fine. But since Orianna was locked in last... the second rotation from KLG, I think they would have been allowed to pick this Twisted Fate if Kami wanted to. Flash Ignite on Twisted Fate is fine. I guess you could have gone Ghost if you wanted to be a little more mobile, be a little more safer in lane. Because they are picking the Gragas, and Gragas can gank very efficiently. So let's see what we got. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how the invades start, or if they, what do we get? Oh, we got an invade from Pain Gaming. Oh, they knock out that ward. Nice. Let's see what wards we got placed. We got the mid lane ward from Pain, and we're gonna get some deep vision from KLG's bot lane. Let's see what wards are placed though. We got the defensive ward from Maokai, put it right between the blue buff and the Gromp. Thresh is hanging out there. We got the 2 wards in front of the base, and we got the 1 eggs by the wolves. Alright, so we got these 3 general wards here, and we got this ward right here. They're gonna leave. I don't know who gets spotted. I think Gnar is the only one that gets spotted leaving. Alright, so they got this whole area locked up. They know what's going on there. So, it looks like they're gonna opt for the 2v2. Which I believe is right. I mean, both of these AD carries want to farm up and play safe, but the Tristana Tristana's going to be able to shove the Vayne under quicker, and that gives advantage to Twisted Fate and Rek'Sai. I do think we're going to have start this double jungle off. Twisted Fate getting a little... okay, Twisted Fate going in a bit. I think he went in and placed a ward. I don't know. Okay. Or they are getting spotted doing the Gromp. Rek'Sai and Gnar doing double jungle. He gave both camps over to Gnar. A little different. Orianna and Twisted Fate trading a bit. Went into the favor of Twisted Fate. I mean, Orianna. Oh, Twisted Fate did run teleport. Okay, I didn't see him switch. Level 2 spike from Thresh and Tristana. They're gonna be able to zone them off. Sidesteps the hook, gets flayed again. This is how this lane's gonna work for now. Whoever got the level 2 spike first was gonna be able to push in. Thresh just has so much CC at level 2. His level 2 spike's way better than Braum's. Gragas doing some camps. Standard lanes. Rek'Sai's going top lane right now. He left blue buff up. Gragas is gonna have a minion advantage. Gragas coming up to do scuttle. Rek'Sai's gonna go right over this ward. Helier just playing safe. Ooh, Rek'Sai's gonna get caught. Just getting poked out. He's probably gonna go up, do Krug, and then recall. Grog is just coming up, placing a ward. Rek'Sai probably should be recalling right now. Oh. That gank looked too forced, and I think he did get pinged out coming over this ward when he was coming up. He had to... The way he should have done this is he's going to finish off the scuttle. Rek'Sai's going to probably let Gnar know that he's doing the scuttle. Once Gragas does the scuttle, he's easily seen coming over through here. If he wanted to do something different, he could have done the scuttle and then hop over this Baron pit wall and then come in. After chunking Rek'Sai that hard, he shouldn't have to worry about this. He shouldn't have to worry about the Rek'Sai coming back, because he knows at that point Rek'Sai's probably going to want to come up or recall and either do these, but if he's doing these, he knows his health is going to be pretty low. So he doesn't have to worry about the counter gank. Or he has to assume Rek'Sai is in here. But that wouldn't make sense him being in there, because of how low he got chunked in to land off the counter gank. So he's going to get pinged out. Or he should be, yeah, he's getting pinged out. So I think Gnar's playing a little aggressive there. I don't think anything could have happened. I mean, if he did get hit with the body slam, he just would have got chunked a little harder. Nothing to worry about. Gragas stay in top lane. Little weird, I guess, just to get that shove in, because Gnar does bully Maokai a lot, unless Gnar does not go with that black cleaver. So right now, CS advantage going to Orianna for now. Gnar has about a 10 CS on Maokai, expected. Vayne and Tristana. Right now, the Tristana Vayne, it's a matter of how much can Tristana keep pushing in this Vayne to make CSing awkward. Okay, just more jungle clearing. Rek'Sai going for the Ruby Crystal first. Yeah, a little different. Magic Mantle coming from Gnar. I guess he might be going into a Hex Drinker first. Oh. Interesting. Gnar's giving this... not Gnar. Rek'Sai's giving this early blue buff to Twisted Fate. I guess they want to really bully this Orianna, push her in, make her waste this mana, so this lane can keep getting shoved, and he can... The issue with Twisted Fate right now, shoving this, is like all his lanes are going to shove too. So they would have to really preempt a good dive. The Maokai's kind of overextended, but Twisted Fate's not level 6 yet. They could try to dive this, they could try to kill this Maokai once Twisted Fate gets level 6. Which I believe they're trying to do. Yep, here it is. They should get the kill on this. Okay, first blood to Kami on Twisted Fate. Giving it to Twisted Fate, I think, is okay because of the CS. The Twisted Fate. The issue with Twisted Fate getting first blood and the good parts of it and the bad parts of it. Giving it to Gnar is fine. Giving it to Rek'Sai is fine. Giving it to Twisted Fate is fine. All three of them getting it is fine. But the most optimal one to get it on, I would say, would be the Gnar. Twisted Fate's damage is pretty base damage. He has a lot of base damage. So once he gets that Lich Bane going, it's going to be a lot of base damage, and it's not very... the Gnar getting it would just bully this Maokai more, and Maokai needs to be this frontline tank. I think it was really good from Orianna shoving. And now they're trying to, like, counter this with the Drake, but they got caught out doing it. This is going to be really bad for KLG. Gnar can TP easily into this. I don't understand why he's TPing on that ward. This ward right here looks a lot better. I mean, his Gnar bar is not full. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Yeah, for this bar right, this one here is fine. This is not going to be pretty for KLG. Oh, wow, I can't believe he got that. But they're giving up so much for that. Nar zoning out this. Look how much he's chunking this Maokai already. And he did build in a Hex Drinker for the lane. This is just going to snowball out of control for Pain Gaming. Let's see what KLG can do to stop this, or try to. Right now, this Vayne is 7 CS behind, 8 CS behind, and 3 assists. Not looking good for White Lotus. Orianna was ahead of this Twisted Fate, but he got first blood, but the first blood wasn't that big of money on it. She had about a 20 CS advantage, but after shoving it in, and that dragon just gave him way more gold than he needed to catch up to this Orianna. Orianna picking up more CS. I think they're just going to abuse this Maokai at this point. He has no flash. They should pick up the kill here. Oh, he's going to Twisted Advance. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, he did get the kill. That's unfortunate. Best case scenario for Maokai at that point. I don't know where Gragas was. Where was Gragas? I think he was trying to hand blue buff off to Orianna. Once Maokai burns that flash earlier, Julietso, I can't pronounce it. The Gragas should be knowing to stay up here. He's just trying to be aggressive at this point, trying to get something out of it. He burnt Flask and the Cask. Now he's just trying for an aggressive dive. Wow. I think this is a little too aggressive right here. There is a Twisted Fate, like I said. That was... I don't think he needed to flash for that. But... playing very too aggressive. Taking too many turret hits, and the Twisted Fate coming in. I mean, Kami's Twisted Fate, not too impressed with it so far. I mean, it was just pretty... Oh. Okay. At this point, I think that was fine. Tristana doesn't need to kill the Vayne in lane. Tristana just needs to make the Vayne be useless at this point. Yep, Rek'Sai coming up. Like, this should be pretty... Like, when Gnar does that, that's pretty evident that Rek'Sai's coming. I think this Twisted Advance was really good, and hitting that Gnar. It was just poor turret, just not respecting the Maokai. And where the turret is pushing that in. I don't think pushing that turret in was a good idea. They've been bullying this Vayne the whole time. So, Vayne, now that this lane's longer, they have to, like, really preempt something. They have to do something with this top lane and just make this Vayne not be allowed to farm. Because that's where their damage is going to come from. Or keep shoving them in. Okay. Since there's a lot of commotion top lane, that works. But Pain Gaming's just going to take this lead and own it. I thought it was a... Yeah, no, Tristan's going to shove. Okay, so that's fine. I was going to say, I think it was a little weird from Rek'Sai camping this top lane Gnar into Maokai instead of making sure this Vayne doesn't do anything. But the way Tristana acts in lane, she's going to keep hard shoving into the turret, making it harder. So I guess that's given Rek'Sai the opportunity to help top lane and mid lane. But help in the mid lane at that point, why not just go for the top lane? Okay, good idea by Pain Gaming. Very impressive. Alright, they're gonna just press on this mid lane now. Gnar's gonna be able to get that top lane on his own, so nice rotation from Pain Gaming. They'll get this tower. Gnar has his Hex Drinker. Looks like he's building into Spectral's Cal. Yep, she's gonna build into Spirit Visage. She has enough with the Hex Drinker right now. Twisted Fate has his Sheen built. Vayne trying to catch up in CS, shoving this in. Tristana is now going top with Rek'Sai. Gnar's coming down bot to soak up this. This is what generally happens after Tristana takes the bot turret. She just gets pushed. She just goes to either top or mid at this point and shoves in the next one. And the way this Tristana has been played lately is that once this tower goes down, she either goes for this one or this one. And now this opens the map to start getting deep wards going and wards getting placed. Once they get this one placed, they might end up giving up this Drake. But because of their team comp, they might not end up having to do that because of the Twisted... Oh, no, they might actually. They might have to give up this Drake. Twisted Fate can shove this. Tristana is going to shove top. They really need to do something about this Tristana from shoving, but they can't. Their comp needs to scale. Whoa, that's a little different. I just looked at mid lane. Orianna went with the Morale Nomicon first. A little different. Most Oriannas have been going Athenes or Tyr. You can't really go Tyr with this comp right now because of how far behind you are, so I would go with the Athenes, but Morel's is a little different from Orianna. We've been seeing a lot less Morale Nomicons from mid laners, unless it's on the Lulu. Even on the Lulu, people have been going Athenes. The top lane Lulu may still build it, because they've been going Rod of Ages. Mylon just invading, being annoying. They didn't give up this Drake. They were able to come back and recover and set up vision for it. At that point, when they were sieging this top turret, KLG either needs to decide, do we engage and try to stop it, or do we just give them this turret and try to get vision control over Drake? And they ended up doing neither. Pain Gaming just playing a really clean game right now. I mean, they messed up a little bit with the tower dive on Gnar from the gank. Now this is just over. Now it's them being aggressive at this point. Destiny down. Second Drake. Right now, KLG just needs to survive. They need to scale up this Vayne. He's still not at a... He still doesn't have his Bork yet. Okay, now he does. But he just needs to survive at this point. They need to just survive this for another 20 minutes. 10, 15 minutes. Pain needs to just choke them out. Starve them. Starve their jungle. Get this Baron side warded. Because Baron's going to be the next objective. Drake won't be up for until 21. Dragon will be up at 20. Gold differentials are huge right now. For 15 minutes into the game, a 6k gold lead's incredible. And it's not just in turrets either. The Orianna is doing a really good job CSing, but here come... Oh. Yep, see, this is what they need to do. Thresh getting... Rek'Sai got caught out a little bit. They're doing this without Vayne, too. It was just a matter of getting caught out and shockwaved in. Let me replay that, because I was looking at the mid lane. I was looking at the gold differentials. Alright, so they're trying to steal this blue buff. They do hook the Thresh. I mean, they do hook the Rek'Sai, but the Shockwave gets Rek'Sai. He's going to get slowed. They do get the Thresh. Twisted Fate, was he there? He was... Okay, he actually TP's in because his Destiny's down. Gnar's walking down, so this was like this was overly aggressive by Pain. They didn't have... Their damage dealers weren't close. They only had one out of the 3 damage dealers there. And Tristana is a damage dealer, but she's a late game damage dealer. Yes, she is ahead a little bit. She's more ahead than Vayne. but she's still not going to do enough. She's not that potent yet, whereas Twisted Fate's potent already, and so is Gnar. Well, Gnar still has the build for his lane matchup, not for team fighting. Even though the Hex Drinker and the Spectral's Cal is a good for this. Okay, so we get to see this again. See, Tristana's here. Tristana was here already. Twisted Fate's TPing back there. Gnar's walking down Mega Gnar, so he's even slower. Vayne was split pushing that whole time, catching up. So that was the best. That was a pretty good case scenario for KLG. They lost one and they got one. So a 1-for-1 at this point is fine. The gold lead's only 5.3k now. Just a little bit overly aggressive from Pain Gaming. Drake's gonna be up in 3 minutes 20 or something like that. I think after they were overly aggressive, I think they're playing a little too conservative now. Yeah, they're setting up around this Drake. I guess they want to go after this Vayne, who's overextending at this point. But it's just okay. It's 3 of them. I think they can do something with this. Braum's gonna die. Oh. Hello. Okay. Oh, okay. Braum gets caught out, but Vayne dies for it. I don't think they should have engaged on that. Now this is just going in favor of Pain again. Mylan just beating Reggie out. Defensive Shockwave. Orianna's out of mana. Gnar's just has too much magic res at this point for Orianna to do something. This Gnar is almost unkillable unless Vayne's there. Oh, okay. The tree getting caught out. Gragas, big man goes down. Twisted Fate's there. Double kill for Twisted Fate. This Twisted Fate is becoming huge. Vayne has finally entered the first team fight. This Twisted Fate's just going to split and go bot. I think that was fine. They're going to try to collapse on him. Now this is a bit greedy. He should have been running the second that tower went down. They're not going to collapse on it. That's okay. Alright, let's speed this up. Replay. Okay, this is when Gragas came in. He got caught out with Rek'Sai. He got caught out by Thresh Rek'Sai. Tristan, I'm gonna clean up the threat. Oh, Twisted Fate gets it. This Twisted Fate is huge right now. He has a Lichbane Morels. Yeah, and a Needless, so he's probably going into Death Cap. So Orianna still is working on her Death Cap or her Abyssal Scepter. I'm assuming Death Cap. We got an Aegis coming out of Rek'Sai. I definitely agree with that. Looks like Thresh is building Zeke's. Okay, they're setting up for Drake. Drake's up in a second. Drake is live. Some of the Spanish words I do know. Vivo. They're going to take down this Drake. After this Drake goes down, I could definitely see them working topside just to cover this Baron. They're going to shove this in, bait the Baron at this point. Take control of this blue side jungle, and really good clean play from Pain. This Vayne is still only on first item. Looks like they're going to try sieging this top turret. now they're in trouble. See, this is what they need to do. They need to stay in this jungle and just take it over and bait this Baron out. They don't need to siege this top turret right here. Twisted Fate needs to go mid right now. Like, sieging this turret right here, just bait the Baron at this point. Bait the Baron, send someone bot lane to shove that wave back in, or split push with this Twisted Fate. Okay, Twisted Fate got mid lane. Good. Good. Good split push. Alright, ping on the bot lane. Good. Twisted Fate's pinging. He's gonna go bot. Twisted Fate does have Destiny and Teleport up, so they can make advantage over that. Steals Wraiths. Maokai pushing in mid lane. Aegis of the Legion picked up. Looks like Nard's going into this Black Cleaver now. Maokai picked up Righteous. Shiv for Vayne. Wow, Vayne's catching up. Vayne is starting to scale. Orianna has picked up a Needless, so she's almost at her... she's almost at death cap. Oh, she just picked up death cap. Twisted Fate's a full item ahead of Orianna, and one of his items is a lot more expensive. Okay. They both have Morels, okay. And he has a full item still. He has the Lich Bane. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, looks like they're just gonna push down... they just need to keep baiting this Baron. Twisted Fate can go bot now. Keep the split push going. Yep, the split push is successful. They have to draw Maokai down there. They just need to bait out a fight, because if bait out a fight, that Maokai has to teleport. Because then they can just send Gnar down there. Or, oh, they catch out Orianna. Good play by Mylon. Oh, Shockwave defensive. TP came from Maokai, so Twisted Fate can either A, stay down there, or just come up, but he doesn't even need to come up. They can take this Baron. Twisted Fate doing some zoning. Whoa, how did Gragas get there? Up. Braum down. Okay. They're just gonna stop and just kill Gragas. Is Rek'Sai still in there? Oh. A little sloppy there. They stopped. They stopped the Baron. Little sloppy though. Like, they did stop the Baron. They got the TP out of him, but now they're just going to clean up a team fight. Thresh does go down. I don't think they're capable of doing this Baron right now. I think they just need to reshove mid and top and go back and recall, reset up another Baron, reset up the same thing they had. They had Twisted Fate bot. They got the Maokai TP down, so they can't even do anything. They can't even do anything about this, because that was the TP from Maokai. Sending Tristana bot. Alright, Drake's coming up, okay. Alright, sending everyone bot to pick up this Drake. This threatens 5th Drake at 33 minutes, I believe. 4 and 2. Okay, 32. But it's gonna be closer to 33. Keeping the vision out of them, so they have to face check again. I think they could have sent Twisted Fate top, just to keep the shove going, keep that split push relevant. But this is also acceptable. Gragas may try to jump for a suicide steal. A little late. Tristan is caught. She's just gonna jump. Bane coming in. Oh, good shockwave by Ori. Nice Gnar though. Twisted Fate flash. Bane down. Game over. Oh, that's a little interesting. Since they're both running teleports, they can teleport down to this bot lane and Hib and take this completely. I guess they're gonna go take this Baron at this point between the Rek'Sai and the Tristana. This goes back to another game that I've done. Except the Vayne isn't a Tristana. It was the Gamers 2 and SK Gaming. It was exactly the same issue. They had a Tristana instead of Vayne, and they had a Lulu instead of Orianna. If Vayne dies, the team fight's generally over. Let's watch the replay. I'm gonna slow-mo it. Gragas should be jumping in and after this Twisted Fate card goes through. When he sees the animation. He doesn't even have a chance to steal it. The burst damage from Twisted Fate and the smite's too high. He's just going to get melted. He shouldn't even jump in at that point. He should wait for his team to get there, then jump in. The issue with this Tristana is she has this W and the QSS. This is the shockwave here is okay, but it's just landing on 2 frontline tanks. This Gnar ult is game-changing, all team-changing. It gets the Vayne, and you're going to see Twisted Fate flash over this wall right at White Lotus. He has a gold card up. He's going to get hit by the Rek'Sai. He's going to get hit by White Lotus. He's done. And this Thresh is keeping Orianna in check. Orianna's not getting out. Kind of a desperation play from KLG. I don't think it was necessary on 4th Drake. This just gave him the game at this point. If it was 5th Drake, I guess you could have played that desperation hit. You could have sent Gragas in for the suicide steal at that point if you didn't want the 5th Drake threat. But the gold disadvantage right now is almost a 15k gold disadvantage. Almost a 20k. Low BMing from Gnar. I don't see the point of keeping Twisted Fate bot at this point. They have Baron, they could just siege together. Or they could just... Let me pause it. They could send Rek'Sai mid, Twisted Fate top. I mean, both of them have the capability of coming back to mid lane. Engage. They're going on Twisted Fate. Tristana's sitting in the back just doing damage at this point. They do kill off the Twisted Fate. Let's see, how did this all start? Maokai just walks in. He doesn't even Twisted advance in. And Twisted Fate gets caught out. He gets hit by a flask, but Gragas dies for it. Vayne does kill Twisted Fate. Okay. Vayne QSS's. Rek'Sai pretty low at this point. The Righteous Glory was popped already, so they have no catch-up potential. Tristana playing a little aggressive there. Maokai going back down to deal with these supers. Die Out gets another pick. And they're just going to clear out these supers. I think Pain's going to be able to clear this one out pretty quickly. They could either wait for 5th Drake or just siege again because of their gold lead. They're going to start by taking top now. They're all going to go top. Tristana just going to knock down this turret. Twisted Fate's keeping the split going, trying to keep these minions pushed. They engage. Push them off the turret for now. Narbar is just about full. They're going to take this. And this should be game. 3 inhibs down, 7v5. Gnar right on Orianna. Shockwave on the Tristana, doesn't matter though. Gragas down. Yep, and that's going to be game. This is the problem with doing these 2 double threat comps right now. Depending on how the draft goes, once that Gnar gets locked in, and if that Gnar gets ahead of that Maokai, it's done. And if the Vayne into Tristana is just not good, because Tristana's just going to shove him under, and Rek'Sai has free reign to go top lane and help Gnar with the Twisted Fate. With the Twisted Fate TPs, Rek'Sai's not even going to look at this bot lane. It's not going to even exist because he's going to need to land a dive. With the Twisted Fate, they can do that, but at that point, you're given the it's a risk potential again. Why put the option of potentially something going wrong there? So just giving this Maokai, ganking this Maokai, getting Gnar ahead into a lane that favors Gnar anyway. So good game by Pain Gaming. This Twisted Fate got really snowballed. Started helping the Gnar. The Gnar helped. The Gnar became unstoppable. Good job by Pain Gaming. See how these guys do in Worlds. I think they can be a spoiler. Maybe to like Fnatic or another Western team. I don't think they'll do anything against like KOO or KT or anyone of that sense. So, thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys.